do tonight in two sections. Myself and Sean are going to share two haircuts with you straight away. And and then in the next section we're going to share, there's going to be myself, James and Sean up here, three very different looks that will be a bit more conceptual. These first two looks that Sean and I are going to do for you, we're actually going to do the whole haircut pretty much up here. So we want to give you a taste of how we would teach and how we approach education. And the idea is, you know, like I said, the reason there's no chairs, you can all come and get involved, you can come and have a look. Got any questions, you know, we'll be talking as we go. You can all come in a bit if you want. And there's, you know, if anyone wants to grab a drink, there are drinks behind you. We're ending up, I think, cutting shape back into hair. You know, in London in the last 5 years, what we've had is hair that's very undone, very natural, very loose. And there's been a lot of strength added back into haircuts again, which is quite nice. We can kind of celebrate what we all started, and what we all started with. But I normally work a bit of prep spray into the hair before I do the haircut. Go on then, Sean, I know you're dying to.
Me and James worked with Zelda a few times as a house model, and since I've been back, like, so I think the last time we worked together must have been end of the year, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'm working with her. I love Zelda. She's got the perfect look for me, as in the fact that she's beautiful, but she's got that strength to her. She's got that sort of almost, it's not, people would say quirky. I don't like the word quirky. She's got a strong look, but she's got a strong look without trying too hard, and that's another thing. You know, one thing I want to show tonight, for those of you who were here last time, I'm sorry if I bore you by saying the same thing, but I'm a great believer, my work is strong, but I'm a great believer that it has to tick three boxes. The first box is suitability. It has to suit her face shape, it has to suit her lifestyle, it has to suit the fashion that she wears, so that's why we always say never do a consultation with a gallery. The second one is great execution, and the third one, it has to be beautiful. Okay, and that's not saying that she has to be beautiful, even though she is, but the look has to be beautiful. So suitability, great execution, and beautiful. And what I like to do is, I'm not saying my work's fierce, but it's slightly stronger, but it always has to tick them three boxes. And so we were talking earlier, and Zelda sort of like, recently she had it bleached out. She'd sort of grown it out a little bit, not sure what she's doing with the colour. So all we did was just got the lovely Skylar, where she is up there, who's the most amazing assistant in the world. She did the colour for me, so she put a little toner on it just to make it a little bit more grey and silvery. Because what I'm actually going to do is, the same thing I've never done with Zelda before, is to actually open up her face. She's got great bone structure, great cheekbones. Normally what I've always done when we work together is to keep some length here, some softness here. Beautiful. What I'm going to do is actually create almost like a weight line and take this completely away and take it quite tight. So the back of her ear, which is that section that then goes into the back, and what I'm going to do is fade that weight line. It's going to disappear out completely. So it's almost like there's going to be some strength of line, it's going to be quite tight under here, and then literally just disappear into this excess length that's in the back. And the rest of it I'm just going to give her a slight free shape. But it's strong, and it's not for every person, but it is for Zelda, and also, but it is beautiful, yeah? And that is really important to me. It's like, you know, I've always said, hairdressers, some clients might look at my work and go, whoa, that's like, I wouldn't want that. But they will respect it, and think, actually, that is a beautiful picture. And I have done some really strong stuff where clients have gone, I wouldn't want that. But they will go, that's a beautiful haircut. So that's what we're.
My look is about retaining some of the length. See the side here, we started to work in a 45-degree graduation. And then I'm taking a couple of horizontal sections that we're elevating at 90 degrees. Just to create some strength, you know, so you can really see the angle. And it's fine pieces of hair that working with really clean sections. It's important that we do elevate this at 90 degrees, so we're not going to see any lines. I've really been enjoying these haircuts again. You know, I think what we've seen over the last 5 years has been a lot of undone work, natural textures. So to actually see some strength added back into shape again, even the work we're doing in the salons. You know, I always think a telltale sign is when the beauty press come in and they say, it's for 5 years they've been saying, well, okay, change me, but don't cut any off, and, you know, or cut very little off. I think we're starting to see even people that wear longer hair. You know, a couple of our signature haircuts are designed so all the weight falls forward and you can get movement, you know, in this part of the hair. We're seeing some stronger shapes again. So this section that I created at the other side, I start at the temple. And this is where we, you know, and a lot of times when we're working with a crop, we're taught to start in the middle of the back, and then you know, to create your balance. Whereas actually, if we're working a little bit more visually, as Sean said, you know, you never have a gown on in the consultation. You're trying to absorb as much information as you can about somebody. And I was sat down and cat at eye level, and I'm looking at the shape of the face, and I'm thinking, right, well, let's use the cheekbones as reference. So when we're cutting this 45-degree shape in, we want to enhance something, don't we? We want to make the face look more oval and promote a stronger shape. So, you know, when we teach people in our academy or when we're out on the road teaching, you know, the fundamentals are a really important part of it, you know, and having some rules, learning the rules before you break the rules.
I think that's really important. I think that's that. If I had one, and it's not criticism of America, but I think I mentioned it before, but it's just the way that your assistance program or the young people that come into the industry is set up. I know it's a cosmetology license, but it's really important that I think the fundamental parts are actually missing. And it's quite difficult there because as a salon owner, I know a lot of you, or educator, a lot of you agree with me. Yet somebody comes in who's obviously really keen and they want to, you know, they want to be on the floor. Yeah, and it's like, and it's bizarre because I look at some of the techniques they can do, and it's like, what's amazing is they can get their way to the end of the haircut. You look at it and you think, yeah, you're not far off. Actually, the way they got there was like, way.
Disconnections are starting to work a little bit. This paddle brush is it's one of the things I never go anywhere without. You know, you can really, it's kind of like using your fingers, but a lot more control. And it kills any static as well. It's got this kind of cushion feeling to it. And you guys probably don't get so much static because the weather's so nice, but where it's cold in London, you have a bit of an issue.
Okay, what I'm going to do just now, again, I've not done any pre-pattern on this at all, so where the back is shorter, I'm now just taking away, like the real bulky part away from the back of the ear. And this is the bit that will make my back ears into the side. So again, all I did was just bring her ear forward and just create that little bit of curve behind her ear, take that weight away to show you this side.
Turn cat all the way around, you can see the shape we've cut into the hair, you can see the graduation, and then you can see the subtle disconnection of the top being longer. And what I'm going to do now is And the hair's got to be dry for this. Get the thinning scissors out. I think it's important to do this standing up. We'll just bring you back here a little bit. Actually, if you go sideways on, everyone can kind of see what I'm doing. Right, so just keep you there. If you keep looking forward, just tilt your head slightly down a little bit. That's it. So, I don't want to take away any of the weight that we've built up, but I do just want to soften it a little bit. And this is where it becomes a bit like a sculpture. But you can only do this if you've cut the precision lines. And I'm deciding which bits of the hair we're not going to cut at all. And that's all of the graduation that we've cut the precision shape in. And the bits hanging over the top, I'm going in with these. And I just think this is a really nice personalising technique. When it gets used in the salon, you know, you're standing your client up, you're working very visually. You're taking bits of hair away, so it creates texture with the overhang without taking away your graduation. Because it's graduated, it's built up. You can see here it's still quite heavy, so now the hair's got, you can see all the product residues disappeared, but the hair's got a really nice movement and texture to it. It can actually work right the way through, even into the top sections. I'm not detracting from, you know, the fundamentals in the haircut.
I've just got another quick technique just with texturising scissors, and this is actually blade side down, so you can see I've actually reversed it a different way you should do. And actually all I'm going to do is the blade part, I'm actually going to slide across her skull, and as I do, I just close them. And what I'm doing here, it's a little bit like, I don't know if anyone's ever vertically used a razor on long hair to open up some space. We call it C-curving. Shay from Sebastian does it a lot, where it's like Shay and Michael to open up some space. This gives a very similar effect. What it actually does is, it's like channel cutting, but obviously because these are texturising scissors, they actually just give that, again, just add to that, create almost like slices if you like, just to break it up and add that texture.
What shears are you using?
These are Japanese ones. At my time at Hop Salons, we actually had these made. We actually had the metal extended and the rubber taken off, so you can hear them click. We call them clickers. But they're Asahi's, but they were specially made. The idea behind clicking, I think I said it last time, I'm not going to say it again because it was a long story. It's about, okay, it's just about keeping you conscious. I was saying last time is, the longer you're a hairdresser, you know how to cut a reverse graduating bob, right? And you do your consultation and you decide with the client on the reverse graduating bob. You can sometimes cut it in autopilot. You should never get into that situation, obviously, because at the end of the day, it's like...
We've got a real cross-section of work that we're going to show you here. One of the things I wanted to show you was one of the shows that we did at London Fashion Week this season. I thought I'm going to recreate one of the looks, and you know, I always think if we've got clients coming in for if they go to an event or or something that maybe a party or it's that time of year, isn't it? We've got the chance to do something creative or fashion led. I just thought I'll show you something from one of the shows that we did for Hemica this year, and you can take a little bit like cutting sections, the partings that we put into the hair, and we thought, well, if we create a sleekness through the sides. The idea behind doing two almost full haircuts to start with was kind of just to give you a taste of how we educate, and obviously that's what